going to focus on jazz as a part of our celebration for Black History Month, and in a way to honor the music. We have two projects, which one is a collage, and the other one is just painting. It will be a reproduction of these two. And while we're doing that, we're gonna be listening to jazz. Like I said, celebrating Black History Month is to make the kids aware of the importance of African Americans in history.
Each person must live their lives as a model for others. Rosa Parks.
I freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more if only they knew they were slaves. To most white people, jazz means black and jazz means dirt. And that's not why I play black classical music.
I have a dream that my 4 little children one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by their color of their skin, but by their content, by the color of their hair.
I never cut class. I love getting A's. I like being smart. I liked being on time. I thought being smart was cooler than anything in the world.
We focus on one master, African American master William Johnson. He is well known for his naive, simple paintings.
Lead me on to the light, take my hand. Brother Lord, lead me home.
If we're talking about blues artists, I believe my favorite would probably be Bessie Smith. Great blues vocalist, amazing. She really transformed, I think, blues music, especially for vocalists and especially for women. And then going into jazz as a piano player, Thelonious Monk is awesome. I can't go wrong with any of his pieces. And I mean, these guys really transformed music. And without them, who knows, what would it sound like?
He took his axe and his donkey and went off to chop wood. And his wife said, "You go right ahead, dear," because this was all a part of her plan. A few days later, who do you think came by the house? The robbers, the bandits. The wife was home alone. They went and knocked on the door. The wife said, "What do you want?" "We're looking for your husband. He's been telling." He says, "No tortillas? No tortillas?" And her husband continued, "Yes, dear, don't you remember? It was the day before you sent me to preschool." Preschool? Preschool? He thinks he goes to preschool and he stole tortillas? He doesn't have our gold. He's cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. And they left. And they never came back. And from that day on, it didn't matter if he was a good woodcutter or a bad woodcutter. They were a very wealthy family. Yes, there is. 2 more. The stories, we'll have a Q&A. You know what a Q&A is? Questions and answers. So here we go. Now, I go. You say amen. I go. I go. This next story is a fool. Pay me. You got to pay me for smelling the smells from my kitchen. And the poor man looked at him, are you out your mind? I'm supposed to pay you for smelling the smells from your kitchen? I'm the one supposed to be suffering from malnutrition and brain rot. I'm not paying you. How many of you think the poor man? How many of you think the rich man? Okay, you know your sociology, political science, and history, yes. The judge decided in favor of the rich man. He told the poor man he had to pay the rich man for smelling the smells from his kitchen. He told him he had to pay him 1 goat. How did I change the story? How did I change the story? Yes. Okay, hold on, I can't hear. Once, Anansi was so excited, he could barely sit down. You might say, why was Anansi so excited? Anansi was excited because he was waiting to hear from one of his spies. You know what a spy